maybe you can help with your advice. Why São Paulo? Why do you think this city is so important for us? Even
São Paulo is the biggest city of Brazil, but it's also the biggest city in South America. It's like I would say probably the heart of South America. So whatever happens in São Paulo, it can go easily elsewhere. So really, it's the main. It's on economics, on arts, on lots of topics. São Paulo is the most important city in South America. So I think it's a good start from São Paulo. If we can go elsewhere, wonderful. But if we have to choose one, it would have to be São Paulo. Of course, there's a lot of Poles in Curitiba, so that's why we kept the consulate there. But it would have been good also to keep São Paulo.
And Rio also, I think.
And Rio also. But as I said, if we had to choose one, it would have been here. But it was fantastic to have something in São Paulo, in Rio too, as we had for years.
Yeah, this political decisions from the past,
it's complicated. This involves politics.
Yes,
and it's something where I won't introduce myself, but it's hard. Politics is always hard. That's why also things of noble inside. We are outside politics.
Understandable.
It's easier for us. It's easier for us. It's easier for us to make decisions. It's easier for us. We don't have to bring credits to anyone.
That's true.
Yeah.
And now I forgot my question. I want to ask about the consulate here in São Paulo. It flew away.
Well, we'll come back. We'll come back at one point.
We'll come back, yeah. No, it was something about politicians, about politics here.
But one thing I would like to, because sometimes in Poland they always, most of the time they stop the family with my grandfather, that was the one who left. But as I said before, it was important is that Sanguszko family, really, we have my father, me, and now we have my daughter Olympia. So this is, I think, important to tell us that the Sanguszko family is still alive. We're few of us. It's probably the noble family. We're the fewest because all other families, there's a lot of members spread all over the world. But we are not very. We're today only two of us.
Yes, and I know again what I want to ask you about Brazil and the perception of people from outside. You already talked a little bit about this, but maybe it will be also important to mention how open Brazilians are for Polish people, for people from outside. So, like consulate, for example, in São Paulo would be politically, economically, and culturally like something good because Brazilians are open. You have a very good experience. You lived here your
Brazilians
whole
are
life,
open for everyone. You can see here that Brazil is a mix of, I would say, everyone. And everybody would be Brazilian, but there's no real Brazilian. The real Brazilians would be the Indians. But today we're here mix. I mean, all religions, all types of cultures, everything. Here, there's no problem. There's no issues about anything. Brazil, everything is easy. Everybody is, and I think we've been blessed. This country has been blessed wherever they have. We have water, we have food, we have everything. I mean, and this is a country where everything's possible. And lots of people, and you say the people that have success, most of them comes from Europe, come from the United States, come from all countries around. For Poland, that hasn't probably be the same. We're the second or third largest community of Poland here in
second or third,
yes.
Because Germany is right now
Germany,
on top.
You have Chicago, big city
Estados
too.
Unidos, yeah, it's number one.
So, but I mean, they found themselves here because Brazil is open. So I would say that's why Brazil has really to be focused. And São Paulo, by being the most important city, it's really the place to be, I would say.
Yeah.
And the consulate would also help because in other countries, like if you have the Germans, the French, or the Brits, by having multinational companies or by having governmental cultures or governmental, I would say, companies, it's easy for them. Poland, we don't have this. We don't have multinationals installed here. So the job has to be done by Casa da Cultura Polonesa in collaboration with the consulates. So that's why we need the consulate here.
Yes, and some institutions in the cultural way. This is true. Exactly. Official ones.
Exactly.
We have in Poland like this.
Because the French, they have Alliance Française. We have British Council. We have Goethe Institute for all this.
In Germany,
and in Poland, it's complicated. That's how, of course, luckily Casa da Cultura exists, Casa da Polonia. but it's complicated. If we'd had the council, it would have been better.
We have like an organization like this that is active. I think in Germany we have 3 like cultural consulates. They're officially made by the foreign ministry, but here we still wait.
Complicated.
Yeah.
And we had a project of doing a Dom Polski, but it never came back. And with the Senate, with the Wspólnota Polska, they have this will of trying to, I would say, spread all the Polish culture, the language, the food, and everything. This is, I think, that's something that has to be focused on.
Yes.
The government should invest more to create some kind of Dom Polski or something here. It would
definitely, and not just in one place, but minimum in 2.
Exactly.
This is true. Because one for Polish people, like Polish descendants, but also in the circles where non-Polish are present, like here in São Paulo, for represent the Polish culture. Definitely. This I can only agree. Tell us, how does it look like in Monaco? Are we Polish people through you, like the royals, represented? Like, are there other ways?
There is few Poles. I've just learned, because I had dinner with the Polish ambassador last week, that in Monaco we're like 39,000 people. There is 115 Poles that are residents, and about 140, I think, people that come every day to work with Polish descendants. So we're a very small community. But I mean, active. We're trying.
This is important.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the quantity, but the quality.
Exactly.
Counts.
Exactly.
Very good.
Yeah.
Great. About Polish people in Brazil, tell us please, did your family support also, because we have like a very big migration that came long time before your family came here to Brazil. Did you ever had some projects with these Polish descendants in the south, or is it a topic that is not really...
Mostly I think every community here in Poland was always independent. I mean, Rio had it, Piłsudski house, I think. Curitiba had its own house, and we, São Paulo, we always had our house, which was at that time Sociedade Sanguszko de Beneficência, and where all the Polish community could meet. So I think, unfortunately, it was very based on city to city.
Understand.
But where people that were here before could come, of course, and meet and share experience with us of what it was when they arrived, and how it was they got along with the Brazilians. So it was important too.
Coming back to yesterday's party, tell me please, how do you feel by getting this honor of the order that you received? What does it mean for you?
I was very honored, because this really show and it took us a great, effort also to bring this house, this Casa da Polônia, Casa Sanguszko da Cultura Polonesa, and I was very honored to see that Poland recognized this effort too, because it was not something easy to do. And very happy that Poland recognized this, and just gives me more hope to continue this work.
In the last years, like last 2-3 years, Poland's government is very active by supporting Polishness here in Brazil and South America. Do you think this is the right way? Do you think they do right, they do good, they should continue this track?
I think yes, I think they should, because Poland is important too here, and so I think they should, yes.
Why do you think that such a big diaspora, let's call it, of Polish people outside of Poland is important for Poland? How could Poland also get some benefits from it?
First, it keeps Poland alive. It keeps history of Poland alive also. Poland is, on one side a big but a small. It's about 40 million people if we consider to other, especially here in Brazil. But I think it's very important, because when you see most of important countries, they have, I would say, this public relation outside their country, which is probably even more better than the ones we are in the country. So I think it's very important for Poland to have this diaspora all over the world, for them to know who was Poland, what's the history of Poland, because history of Poland is not very well known outside of Poland, and this is very important. This was one of the most important countries in the world, and it has a fantastic history. So it has to be learned by Polish descendants, but also by people that have nothing to do to Poland. But they have to learn about who were Poland, who was Poland.